But first, breaking tonight, President Trump's press secretary says there are plenty of reasons the U.S. might decide to attack Iran if ongoing nuclear talks are not successful. Also tonight on this Ash Wednesday, the president is shifting the focus of his administration to the economy ahead of next week's State of the Union address and amid the preparations for the fall midterm elections. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy starts us off tonight live from the North Lawn. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Brett. We've heard from the Iranians that it'll be 2 more weeks until the Iranians return to the negotiating table, but it's not clear they've got 2 more weeks to negotiate because nobody here is putting that time frame on things.
Black History Month is really all about American history.
Steps away from the White House's Black History Month celebration, officials continued making war plans.
There's many reasons and arguments that one could make for a strike against Iran.
There are arguments against a strike, too.
If the president is calling for regime change in Iran, and there's an awful regime, but he should make the case to the American public.
Axios reports the chance of military action against Iran in coming weeks is 90%, citing an unnamed senior Trump advisor.
I think he wants to be patient in a reasonable way. He's not going to wait forever.
Tomorrow, the president visits northern Georgia as attention begins to shift to the midterms.
People are going to see and watch the State of the Union. We're going to be talking about the economy. We inherited a mess, and now we have prices way down.
When he returns to the White House, an environmental disaster awaits nearby. The president posted Tuesday, Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C., who are responsible for the massive sewage spill in the Potomac River, must get to work immediately. If they can't do the job, they have to call me and ask politely to get it fixed. Now, the ask is in.
If the president wants me to ask nicely, my response is this: please, Mr. President, do your job.
Experts say it could take months to fully repair the collapsed sewer pipe, which could complicate plans to celebrate America 250. Is he worried that by the summer, the Potomac River will still smell like poop?
He is worried about that, which is why the federal government wants to fix it.
And this is a president who's so focused on making D.C. a nicer place to visit, he brought in the National Guard to try to address high crime rates. And he tore down the East Wing so that there is a new ballroom for when people come to visit. But no matter how nice a place is, a party can really get ruined by a nearby river full of raw sewage. Brett.
That is definitely true. Peter, tell us about today's event at the White House celebrating Black History Month. People praising the president and his policies.
Yeah, in some way, a lot of these guests used the time at the microphone to really defend President Trump against months or years worth of accusations that some of the things he says are racist.
And to be able to stand on the shoulders of Dr. Ben Carson and for the president to trust Dr. Carson at his word is truly humbling for me.
Don't let anyone tell you that this president right here, Donald Trump, is not for Black America.
No tax on tips has been an amazing blessing for me. President Trump has been an amazing blessing for me.
I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job.
President Trump complained on Truth Social yesterday that he is falsely and consistently called a racist. Many of his guests today really disagree with that. Brett.
All right, Peter Doocy live in the North